Good evening. With Tri-County News, our top story tonight, a growing agricultural emergency is unfolding in Grofton as African Swine Fever, a deadly virus, is affecting pigs and spreading rapidly through local farms. Local authorities have confirmed that multiple cases have now been detected in Grofton and neighboring communities. The highly contagious disease, which is harmless to humans but devastating to pigs, has prompted swift containment efforts. Now over to our agricultural official, Jeanette Bautista.
We're working closely with farmers in our area to keep a close eye on this disease spreading across swine facilities and local farms. Local farmers today are having a difficult time with the production of their swine.
Several farms are now under lockdown as biosecurity teams work to trace the outbreak's origin and stop it from crossing into commercial production zones.
Here today we have a swine production manager that is going to tell us a little bit more about the outbreak.
Thank you guys so much for having me here today and giving me this opportunity to tell you about the African swine fever. This disease is highly contagious and very deadly to swine. Swine facilities all around Trinity County have been getting it in their barns, and they've had to cull many pigs due to this, which is very bad for your swine production. There is no treatment to this disease specifically because it just hits their bodies way too hard, and the only treatment really is to cull those who contain the disease and get them far enough away from your herd so others don't come down or even die with this disease. It's bad for your swine production because if you cut out those sows who are giving you more and more babies and offsprings that are good quality for today's market, then that's just loss of production. There is no vaccine available for it either, so the only option is culling. But there are preventions, and preventions we can talk about later, and I'll show y'all around in my barn about how I keep it out of and away from my barn. The symptoms of this disease can be fever, skin discoloration, and coughing. In my barn, if I see one of my swine or pigs or even offsprings coughing, I separate them away from the others because there is no telling what the disease is until you get more symptoms and more symptoms over time. But it's extra important to take precautions, especially with this African swine fever going around all these different swine facilities, because it can be a major loss in production for you.
Wow, Kaylee, thank you for providing this information and really helping us understand more about this deadly disease.
And to add on to what Maddie was saying, it is important to take precautions to avoid this disease from getting into your swine production facilities. Kaylee here can show us how she keeps her barn safe and clean.
Yes, I would love to tell you about how I keep the African swine fever and other diseases away from my barn and how I prevent diseases from happening within my barn. For example, here I have a pig who has only been in my barn for 2 weeks, newly to this barn. These 5 on this side have been here for a while and they have no symptoms, no coughing, keeping up with their diet, no diarrhea, eating, drinking, healthy, running around, moving around just fine. This one here, just the other night, was coughing and had a sort of buildup in his lungs, it sounded like. So I just went ahead and separated him from across the aisle. That way he can't touch noses or come in contact with the healthy ones and have that disease spread faster. Another precaution to take is keeping your barn clean. Keeping your barn clean keeps your animal clean and keeps the diseases away, and so your animal isn't in a nasty environment. Out here, I have a secure gated area to where it kind of separates them from the outside animals and other outside animals that could be carrying a disease or any other nasty things going on within them. I just let them out here, they run around, play around, and they stay healthy. I also have another area out there for them to get movement that's also separated by a fence, and it goes all the way around so no other animals can come inside. I don't let people in my barn that have been in other swine facilities because that's mixing, and that could go very wrongly and transport disease in my barn, which could cause death or loss of production for me. So it is very important to keep your swine facility safe, secure, and healthy and clean to keep this African swine fever away from your barn.
Audio Jungle.